Hello, today is the 12th September. We are having a MicroProfile AI discussion here. Let's get started. Let me share my screen. Share. So follow us.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Ian. Good to see you finally.
Yes, it's a long time ago, but for me, Friday at 5 p.m., it's very difficult.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
It's always a struggle to find a commitment.
yes.
Yeah, good slot. Appreciate you make an effort to come to the call.
September. Just put me.
Okay. I'm looking at this. So don't try the example. How was that? Has all the issues been fixed or down? There's still some issues.
No, and I still have a to-do or task or whatever to properly open issue for the Liberty stuff I saw.
Okay.
So, and Jan, thanks. I saw you had actually fixed some of the issues that I'd seen sort of the first time that I'd gone through, which made it work much better.
Yes, you're welcome. I missed a lot of time last month, but now I'm between two customers, so I took time. I have also a big pull request. I'm working currently with Boaké and Emmanuel. And as soon as it will be finished, I will start again on the next issues.
I will do my best to get that open quickly because I think the one that was sort of, I guess,
Okay.
more practical was just that and this is probably an easy one, but the Llama model that we were using, which I think was Llama 3.1, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't have the gas to be able to run the tools very well. So I know from my own experience, I've seen like Quen models tend to do well. They're super verbose, but they do well with the tools. And I also saw the GPT model, the GPT OSS 20B.
And the Jima Freehand, did you try it?
Sorry, which one?
Jima. It's the Gemini, like Gemini from Google, but it's a light one.
I haven't tried that one. That's an interesting suggestion.
Yes, because I use it locally with LLM, and even for code, it's interesting.
Okay, cool. I should try that.
I saw you have opened an issue for Liberty also because the web page is not coding the right things, I think. No? Monica, can you go into this? Yes. Repeat Java, make because I didn't add time. Oh, yes, UI for Liberty example, make requests to wrong on point URL. I think, is it you, Boaké is here? No?
Yeah.
Oh, that,
yes.
yeah, that one's.
Okay, is it true that you made the example? Because the Liberty example, I didn't do it.
Oh, I didn't check the front end. I only made sure the.
Oh, so where does it come from?
This one was just like 90. It showed 9080 in the URL when you looked at it, but when the link behind it was 8080.
I think it's quite nothing, but I will try also, to close.
Yeah, I would need to relook at the front end because I don't know from which example I took it from, but then the front end one was not the car booking service. It was just a chat system. But yeah, we'll have to rework the front end for Liberty.
I thought this one seems strange. Sorry, this is from July 4th, it looks like, which is a really old one, right? I think this has been resolved, but I think the only thing that I'd noticed, so I had tried like much later than that to run the Liberty example, which was just before last week, and everything was working there. I think the only issue was just that I'd noticed that on the actual example instructions, it's just the URL wasn't the correct URL. Just had the wrong port number in it.
Oh, non-port 8080 inside 9080. Okay, you will confirm then, John. Don.
Yeah, let me look at. I'll take a look at this one. 25. So
Yeah.
just opening it up.
Oh, I can close this one. Oh, okay. For tolerant integration. Has this been resolved? Oh, yeah. You create a discussion. Has this been resolved?
We've removed the strong dependency for small RAI fault tolerance. Yeah, but then, but the discussion to still have fault tolerance for synthetic beans and proxy beans, there's still a discussion that we still need to have with the MicroProfile working group and stuff, but the fault tolerance group. But other than that, yeah, we did remove the thingy.
Okay. So that step said he will take a look.
I don't know who responded, but then
That step.
yeah, but he barely has time to look into it. But we found an alternative way of workaround.
Oh, you have.
Yeah, it wasn't easy.
You don't need this anymore then.
No, but it might become in handy because in the future, for example, if you want to have fault tolerance on REST client, you'll have to write a workaround for it. Whereas Helidon and Quarkus can do it.
Okay.
So it's a good discussion. There is a workaround, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's
Speaking about that, also, I don't know if you saw, I opened an issue last week to propose, to move all the related code to SmallRye into a submodule, to have a parent module for SmallRye things, and have it, to make it clear which is but some part of the long chain for GCDI can use some SmallRye API. It's the issue. Well, this I have to open
the issue. Which one?
Let me check 2 seconds. I open. It's not not feature. Repeat, make it move. Yes, it's 76 move all related MP features, open telemetry config and fault tolerance into a submodule. Long chain for GTI MP. And what Boake said, okay, but what about the fusion of MicroProfile to Jakarta? I think it would take time. So between that, if you agree, we can move the modules just to have something more clear.
What's your proposal again? What version? You mean what's MicroProfile version or what's the?
It's just because as in this part we are importing, some small array with versions, dependencies, and so on. It's just to keep it properly into a long chain for GCDI MP module parent module. Sorry. Just to have some, something more clear into presentation, because the fault tolerance and the telemetry and which is the third one.
configuration.
Config, yes, config. It's really related, you know, to MicroProfile. And
I will leave it for now because I don't know whether you know it already. The current conversation for the microprofile under Jakarta EE. If that happens, so here is it better to say CDI for tolerance.
Yes. No, that's not my purpose, Emily. My purpose is to say, okay, these three modules are quickly related to MicroProfile. So I just propose to do a parent module here at this level and move the free one into the submodule just to significate that, okay, it's related for MicroProfile because we have some part of the function for CDI which is targeted for Jakarta EE servers. And when you wish to have this particular things for MicroProfile, you can also have this submodules.
The goal would be to have the MicroProfile configuration in terms of etc. to be a parent of all those three elements because they are together, and just to regroup them in a single under a single folder or parent project.
Just to have something more clear.
All the MicroProfile is in a dedicated place. It's just moving things around. It's not changing the name or whatever. It's just to have a clear view to where they belong to MicroProfile. So
so you create a subfolder and put all these.
Exactly. That's it.
Function for GCDI MP, which will be parent of the fault tolerance, portable X, fault tolerance, telemetry, and config.
Okay. Yeah.
But we will change the GAV. So it's
no other things. You just create a one layer. That's fine.
Yeah.
What else? What can we about? Yes. I have yet some work to do because my pull request is not working, you know, because I'm trying to add a lot of test cobertura or code cobertura. This is the 72, which is currently reviewed by Bouaki and Emmanuel. And I think also what is urgent is to add more documentation and something more usable. I was going, you know, to a lot of meetup and conferences. And here in France, actually, our module is not really known. And it should be nice, perhaps, if we have something more clean, more documented, to start to say to people, okay, please try and use it. But for now, I think it's not really ready.
But this have not been fixed. Are you saying documentations?
Yes, for example, Emmanuel has made a big effort on the README. But I wanted, you know, in my pull request, I put more documentation into, I just targeted the functions for GCDI core. First things, I add a test cobertura to say, okay, our code is unit tested. And also we have integration tests. But more, on top of that, I think we have to put more documentation on, you know, how to use it and so on. For example, the config part, which was not really well documented. I added this documentation to say to people, okay, now you can configure your bin like that. You use these things to do a lookup on other bin and so on. And also when I made this work, I saw a lot of bugs.
But currently we are stuck because it doesn't pass CI, and we don't know why, because if we build locally, it works on all of the machines that we try on. But on CI it fails in some way that I don't understand.
Yeah, there's another problem. It's also because I wanted to use the JDK 21 to build the project in target of JDK 17 because I wanted really to test in my integration test the code on Elidon 4. And Elidon 4 need JDK 21. But as of now, yes, we have some problem with this pull request. I was blocked yesterday and today for customer, but I will take time this weekend or next week to attempt to fix that.
Yeah, I try to have the same environment locally as on GitHub, but it doesn't change anything. Try to use Maven wrapper, make sure that the JDK version were the same. But yeah.
Or temporarily, I disconnect. We remove the integration test for Lead on 4 and go back to the JDK 17, waiting something to.
I'm not sure it is related to the GDK version, but I might be wrong.
Okay, I think we'll see. As of now, I don't have time because, to be honest, I'm struggling on all JDK 8 class loader things for a customer. So.
Okay, sounds good. The other thing is what I'm thinking, at some point we should create a blog to publish to MicroProfile.io and also Jakarta.ee to socialize this at some point. So that would be good. And then draw some attention.
I've written an article for Java Pro.
Ed, you are unmuted.
Yeah, it's coming out in November, October or November somewhere.
Okay. Sorry. Yes, we should definitely do that. But we should also make sure we mention it in that blog post that the Jakarta profile team, in fact, I think it is already mentioned in the blog post that the Jakarta platform team is putting out. So we should absolutely put it both places.
Yeah. Jakarta.ee and MicroProfile.io. Yeah.
Normally, also, I should have
put a link
on Paris JAG in
This
January.
is a great chance for me to dig up where that was and what the state of that was on the platform call, because I haven't been on the platform call in a while. So I'll put a link in the agenda for that if that's okay.
Okay, so that's good. Yeah, it's good. I think I getting there. Before we get to tech exchange, let's quickly have a look at this one. Bahik, did you have more research on this?
No, I haven't had the time. I'm busy prepping up for the talk I'm giving next week. So I haven't had the time to look at it, but I'll look at it next week.
Okay. Okay, so that's good. So for tech exchange in October, so Ed.
Yeah. So the first item is just a personal one. I know I heard from MacDara Butler that Don is coming. I know, Emily, you and I are speaking together.
Yeah.
I also heard that Alistair is coming. Is that right?
Yeah.
And Daniel O is going to be there. So I want to make sure we all get on a WhatsApp or something like that. So,
Graham is also coming at.
oh, yeah, Graham also, right.
Yeah,
Yep.
Meet up with Graham.
So if you, I know, Don, are you here today?
I'm here today, yeah.
All right. So you and Emily are the only ones in this call that are coming, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So
By
if
the way,
you're
for
willing.
by the way, for the folks who have not heard of Tech Exchange, that's a IBM organized conference in Orlando. Sorry, Ed, go ahead.
No, it's good. Send me an email if you're willing. Send me an email to my email address from your personal email address, because I want to connect in that capacity, because I'm trying to get together a party at my house, as I mentioned, and I'm trying to find out when people will be available for that, if at all. So that's the fun thing. More pragmatically and also very briefly, I suggest that the output of the collaboration between Emily and I to make a presentation deck is something that we persist and make available to others. So I was going to suggest a number of options for where Emily and I can collaborate and that artifact can live on and hopefully provide value to others. So my first proposal was to make a topic branch on my fork of our repo, or if that doesn't work, a topic branch on the upstream of the repo, or even some separate place, not even related to our repo. I think it should be. So that's where. And for what, I was going to suggest we create a presentations directory. And for each event where any of us are doing presentations about this technology, we can leave them in this presentations folder. So that will be something that others can use later on. So that's my proposal, and I'll stop there and see if anyone has thoughts on that.
Is that just so I missed maybe at the very beginning, what's the discussion you want to have is about just LangChain for J CDI in general, or?
Yes. Well, this discussion is Emily and I are giving a talk. I already had submitted and got the abstract approved. So my question to the group is, when does it make sense to have the output of that effort to create the talk persist in a way that is discoverable for others later on? Or should it be just, the talks are a private thing and, not shared, except for in the conference itself or whatever?
No, we can share it. I always share mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's good to share so folks can borrow some slides and etc. I think one of the good place might be the launching. There's a wiki, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't get version control with that. I mean, I'm actually talking about uploading the PowerPoint file and any other artifacts that we have to actually do the work to deliver the talk.
Yeah, I was thinking about creating a branch on the upstream and have some folder per I don't know, per conference or per date.
Sure.
And we can upload to it. And so I mean you will have the story on the binaries if you want to do some diff between all the
Of course.
but, yeah.
I mean, I would set up get LFS, of course, for that.
I think that's the best way, because then we would still have the way you can put, anyone could publish by sending a pull request with his own files, and then yeah.
So you're suggesting create a branch in the upstream that's called like presentations or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. I mean, maybe that's the simplest way.
Sure. That's a good idea.
Some GitHub IO stuff to have a website and then put them there as resources, but that's maybe a bit too
That's more
soon.
work. Yeah. Well, okay. I'll add that as another proposal for where, which is well, actually, no, I already have that topic branch on upstream. So, okay. So that's the one we want to do. I'll create a topic branch called presentations. And I'll start putting the content in there. And I'll set up GitHub LFS so the versions are not kept in a suboptimal way.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So let me put this here and say selected. And I will say details, branch name. Okay, set up it.
Do we normally check in the PowerPoint into GitHub?
I do. I check everything in to GitHub.
Oh, I don't normally do that. I put that in the slide share, but
Yes.
Well, that's the finished product.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is necessary. I think it's necessary because you and I are collaborating asynchronously. So being able to basically make commits to the PowerPoint will be a useful thing I've found when doing these kinds of.
Actually, for doing the work, I'm thinking would rather use the Google Google slide to share.
No, I need to do it in PowerPoint. This was my talk that I submitted, and I'm very much happy to have you,
Fine.
but I'm going to exercise executive authority on what thing. I mean, we can take this offline.
Yeah, we can talk offline.
But is the disagreement about we should not have PowerPoint artifacts in the repo? Because if you disagree with that, then we need to get a wider consensus, because this is a democracy and we all need to voice.
Yeah, I don't really disagree. I just suggest if you prefer this, I don't have any.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys, when you submit to this report, do you give up your company's copyright and stuff like that?
In this case, the slide, good question. In this case, the slide itself will be using the Tech Exchange brand. There's a slide template that they want us to use. So
I can copy your content without the template, right? If I want to use it in future.
I believe so. I'm fine with that.
I just want to make sure that under
Absolutely.
what kind of thing you are making it available to everyone to use, right? Because and my secondary point, and sorry, Emmanuel or Jan, who was talking before. Most of the time, the presentation, maybe not in your case, but it is going to be like, this is LangChain4j CDI, and this is how Helidon consumes it if I'm doing the presentation. And if Emily is doing it, it would be like probably how Liberty consumes it. And if somebody else is doing it, is going to be how Quarkus consumes it, right?
Sure.
So do you think it is going to be less of a LangChain4j CDI thing and more of an individual product thing over the period of time? Or what kind of presentation do you want here?
I believe it should be anything that any of us present that has to do with what we're doing. So, and I think we should clearly state the license for these things would be the same license as the rest of the content in the repository. That's clear. And I think we shouldn't constrain it to be generic stuff. So if someone wants to put a LangChain4j plus Glassfish thing in here or whatever they're doing, I'm wanting to create a forum where people who are doing Jug Talks or whatever, they feel encouraged to put their content here so others can use it and build their own talks on.
People need to understand, like you refer your examples in the presentation and Git repo and stuff like that. Does by extension of this, your example code becomes usable for me? Or does by this extension, your example or demo code doesn't become usable for me to readily?
That's up to the individual. So what I was imagining for this presentation was we would just use the examples that are already in the repo, or if necessary, create additional examples. That's what I was imagining.
Yeah, I hate lawyers, but I hate this kind of things.
These are valuable questions.
Yeah, if possible, we should. That's the reason why we use the LangChain4j-CDI. So promote the existing examples.
Exactly. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, if it's not working, we should fix the current example or donate more.
Exactly.
Okay. I mean, in reality, it should work, but when there are some quality of service features on top of what is in CDI, which is like your framework specific thing, maybe I don't know down the line how that works, but maybe we cross that bridge when we run into that and we don't have to decide that right now. Jan, you were saying something. Sorry.
Just wanting something because you use PowerPoint, but just to say, in our company we use Reveal.js, and this is really nice and compatible, with remote control and so on when you want to pass slides. And more that, as it is in fact something like Markdown, it's more easier to collaborate and share and to merge.
That's a good tip.
What is it called?
It's I put it into the chat. It's reveal.js.com. But if you want to exchange some things, I can share you some repository where I use it when I made some presentation about, for example, Apache Ignite or something like that.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
I absolutely don't have time to learn a new thing, unfortunately.
Time is the worst thing we.
Yeah. I would like, probably not for this slide, not for this presentation, but I would love to know So if you put a link here, Emmanuel, yeah.
What I will do also on my side, when I will do a presentation of Jag in Paris, for example, something like that, I will put you the code into the branch with that, and you will be able to touch it.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Learn every day, learn something new. Okay then, so that's well, the top of the hour. So for this branch,
Yep.
who will create this branch?
I'll do it.
Okay. And then yeah, and then let me know, Ed, once you have
Yep.
it done, and then we can talk offline. I don't need to waste other people's time here. Okay then. So brilliant. Thank you all.
Thanks.
Yeah, have a great weekend.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Right.
Come on. Why do I never remember how to do strike through? There it is.
Bad.
Yeah. I just haven't